The Hundred Dresses Part 1 by L. Bowser Esther, First Flight for Class 10 from the Chapter 7 in the subject English, which was prepared and presented by VGR. About the author, Eleanor Ruth Rosenfeld Estes was an American children's author. She was born in West Haven, Connecticut as Eleanor Ruth Rosenfeld. Originally a librarian, Estes' writing career began following a case of tuberculosis. Bedridden while recovering, Estes began writing down some of her childhood memories, which would later turn into full-length children's books. Estes' books Ginger Pie in 1951 won the Newbery Medal, and three of her other books, The Middle Muffet, Rufus M. and The Hundred Dresses, were chosen as Newbery Honor Books. She also received the Certificate of Award for Outstanding Contribution to Children's Literature and was nominated for the Laura Ingalls Wilder Award. Here you can able to see the picture of the author Esther and the first version of the book, Hundred Dresses. Her notable work is Ginger Pie, The Hundred Dresses. She was born on 9 May 1906, West Haven, Connecticut, United States, and died at 15th July 1988, Hamden, Connecticut, US. Most of the works comes under the genre children's literature. John Newbery Medal and Lewis Carroll Shelf Award received by her. She done her education at Pratt Institute School of Information, West Haven High School, Pratt Institute. Her mostly books based on her life in a small town. This chapter is a real account of her childhood days. Her guilt of not supporting a poor girl in her class made her write this story. Now here you can able to see the picture of a map where you can able to see Ireland, England, France, Austria, Prussia, German states, Norway, Sweden, and you can able to see the land Poland too. Here you can able to see the Poland. From this area people have migrated to the US. And here in this picture you can able to see the Poland in the green color, and the people those who are migrated and populated in the other area also described in this map clearly. Here also you can able to see the Poland peoples. In the Norway also you can able to see the Poland people occupied there in the form of a migration. And here is the picture of the flags. One is for American, the other one is the Polish. So Polish plus American become Polish Americans. So this is the symbol of the flag for Poland. Here again I have shown the picture of the Polish plus American makes a Polish American. The background. Before we enter into this lesson, we should know some background about the story. Here you can able to see the picture of the people, those who migrated from Poland to the Americans. And also here you can able to observe a picture of a newspaper cutting where it has written Germans invade and bomb Poland. Britain mobilized from Warsaw. So you now come to know some idea about why the Poland people migrated from their own land to the America. And here is a small picture from North American map where you can find the Polish Americans occupied, invaded and entered into the area of Americans and how they occupied this area in a reddish yellow form. And if we see the background, the historians divide Polish migration to the United States into four distinct waves. The first wave of immigration occurred in the early to mid 1800s when approximately 2,000 Polish intellectuals and nobles moved to the United States. The second wave, which lasted until World War I and was made up primarily of laborers, was significantly different. The influx of 2.5 million predominantly Catholic Poles settling in the United States led to conflict with the Protestant Americans. So the people, those who transferred from the Poland to America, they created a fight in between the Catholic Poles to the Protestant Catholics in the Americans. So in the 100 Dresses, Wanda Petronsky's father, Dan Petronsky or Mr. Petronsky, would have come to America during this wave of migration. So in this story comes under the second wave of the migration. So the Polish migration to Americans in the early 20th century. So this happened in the 20th century, and these people have reached America for the better job opportunities and for their prospects, and they face the discrimination and immigrant prejudices in America. Now we are entering into the character, the main root, the main character of the story, Wanda Petronsky. Here I've shown some picture of a girl. You can imagine this girl may be a Wanda Petronsky. She's not the original Wanda Petronsky. You have to imagine this child might be a Wanda Petronsky. She is the protagonist of the story. She is a Polish girl who comes from the Bogging Heights, that is considered to be the suburb of the town, and joined an American school. She bullied for the following reasons: that she is the only student in the class with a funny Polish name, and she used unusual accent while speaking, and she looked so poor, and she wore the same blue pale dresses or faded dresses every day, and she used to sit in the corner of the classroom of room number 13, and most probably you can able to observe that her shoes full of mud, caked shoes, you can observe caked shoes. So the last row will remain muddy and dirty every day. The next character you come across is the Peggy. Here also I have shown the picture of a girl. You can imagine these two girls as Peggy and Madeline. Now we will first talk about Peggy. Peggy is a friend of Maddie. Peggy is a rich girl. She looks so pretty, a beautiful girl. She's having a curly hair and she used to wear fashionable clothes, and she had a great fan in her classroom as well as so many followers for her in the school too. She is the one who used to tease or mock or taunt the Wanda Petronsky, and she is the one who invented the dress game, that every day, whenever the time she gets, she used to ask how many dresses she has, how many shoes she's having, like that. So she's the one who invented the dress game in the story. Now again, the another character, Madeline. Here also you have to imagine this girl may be Madeline. Madeline is otherwise called as Maddie. That is Madeline, alias Maddie. She's having a blonde hair. Now you can able to see in the picture the hair of the color is in the golden form, golden color. So it's a blonde hair. And Peggy is her best friend. Madeline is a poor girl, but she never boasts like Wanda. She feels guilty of teasing Wanda, and she want to stop or are not able to point out or stop Peggy's attitude towards Wanda as a true friend. The reason for that is she is scared of being the next target. If she like to stop that, then Peggy will turn the target to be her side. That is the main reason that she not able to point out or stop Peggy's attitude towards a Wanda. And she used to wear hand-me-down dresses. That means second-hand clothes. Most probably she used the dress used by Peggy. By the help of the mother, she get the dresses and make some trimming and settling and stitching. She used to wear for her school. And the story from the perspective of one of Vanda's classmates, Maddie, the whole story is able to come in the scenic form for the readers. in the 100 Dresses Part 1 and 2. Now we enter into the chapter sketch of 100 Dresses 1. We come to know that Eleanor Estes The 100 Dresses won a Newbery Honor in 1945. The 100 Dresses is a story based on the true experience of the author L. Bowser Esther about a girl who is teased by her classmates because she belongs to a poor family. The girl Wanda Petronsky becomes the butt of her friends' jokes because of a funny Polish name. She is always quiet and wears the same faded blue dress to school every day. She always boasts of having 100 dresses of same color at home. The story is also about the realization which people from mainstream society are forced to make about other different people with similar potential and emotions. Now we are moving on to the textbook from page number 64. I am going to give only the gist of the story in this video. First of all, in the page number 64, we come to know that it starts from it was Monday. Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat. So from that page, we come to know that Wanda Petronsky was a Polish girl. It was Monday. She was not in her seat. Nobody, including Peggy and Madeline, noticed her absence. They started all the fun. It was room number 13. Wanda used to sit in the corner on the last of that room. Rough boys. Here it means indisciplined who got low marks, usually sat there. There was a lot of dirt, mud, and scuffling of feet when some fun occurred. Here, scuffling means a noisy, a dragging movement of the feet on the ground, or rubbing of shoes on the ground to create noise. Second word, rough, means violent or here indisciplined. Third one, on the contrary, means as against. Fourth one, rarely. Rarely means very seldom. And twisted here means changed or moved. So from this, just we come to know that Wanda Petronsky is the protagonist of the story. She was a Polish girl. It was a Monday. The story begins on Monday. And she was not in her seat. And nobody, including the Peggy and Madeline, noticed that she was absent. And they are all started the fun in the classroom. Their classroom number is 13 and the girl Vanda usually used to sit in the corner of the room number 13 where she shared the seat with the rough boys. Rough boys here means the people are indisciplined and who got low marks and who make noise in the classroom. And there you can find a lot of dirt or mud and people used to scuffle their feet and to when the something funny thing occur in the classroom they used to scuffle their feet and make noise and disturb the whole class. Wanda was a very quiet and simple girl. Means she was very simple and very calm girl. She usually remained quiet and rarely said something. So she remained very calm and quiet, and she never opened her mouth to speak or to laugh anything. No one had ever heard her laugh out loud, or no one knew why. And nobody in that row in that classroom have never heard her voice of laughing loudly, and nobody knows what is the reason behind that. She did not have any friend, but many students used to talk to her. But when compared with the other students, she is not having any single close friend. But all the students of the classroom used to talk with her. She came from Bogins Heights. Her shoes were always muddy. Wanda always wore a faded blue dress. Means she's from a Bogins Heights, which is considered to be the suburb of the town, where it is a hilly area too. And mostly you can able to see the lots of dirt and muds will be in that area. So her shoes always remains muddy because she used to walk in that way. So her shoes always remain muddy and create dirt in their classroom. and she used to wear a faded blue dress daily. She used to wear a blue colored dress which was faded as well as not ironed too, and it was not proper or fit for her, and that dress remained so big that it did not hang right on her shoulder. It's not fit for her. It's remained loose for her body structure. And the students thought of Wanda only outside hours. Only the recess time or only the free hours, only students remember about Wanda because they waited for her to have fun with her going to or coming from home, because they are ready to make fun of her only at the recess time or the free time of the school, or after the school over, when she moves to her home or from home to the school, the people stand there and used to make fun of her. And Vanda did not come to school on Tuesday also, and the second day also the girl who remains absent. That is also not noticed by even Peggy and Maddie and other classmates too. So in these passages we come across new words like crooked. Crooked means a sort of smile. Awkward. Awkward means grim or foolish smile. And caked with mud here means that covered, the shoes covered with the mud. Now, teasing and taunting. Wanda's classmates thought of her only when they came out of the class and waited to tease her, but she was absent. Wanda did not come to school on Tuesday as well. So the Tuesday occurred, Peggy and Wanda never thought about Wanda Petronsky, because only they used to remember her at the time of teasing or taunting or making mock at her. At that time only they will remember that girl, Wanda Petronsky. But today, on Tuesday, nobody have noticed her absence. And in the third day, on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie thought of Wanda, because Wanda was not absent is noticed by these two girls because they want to make fun of her. They sat in the front, they got good marks. These Peggy and Maddie used to sit in the front row of the classroom because they scored good marks. Peggy and Maddie were close friends. The other reason is both of them are close friends. And Peggy was the most popular girl in the school. She was pretty and intelligent. And Peggy is considered to be the most popular girl in the school. And she looks beautiful and she's intelligent too. Maddie, her friend, was a poor girl. They always teased Wanda. They wanted to have fun with Wanda, so they got late. They stayed after the school to mock Wanda, but they noticed that she was absent. So today on Wednesday, um, they come to notice. They noticed that this girl, Wanda Petronsky, was absent. When we see about Maddie, she is a poor girl, but she also accompanied Peggy for the teasing of Wanda. But she never used to open her mouth. Peggy used to open the mouth and ask questions, but Maddie remained silent there. And they both of them used to make fun with her, with this girl Wanda. They used to mock at her after the school. Everybody moves off from the classroom. These two girls stay for her and they used to make mock at her. But today on Wednesday, they noticed that she was absent. And most of the children in the room didn't have names like that of Wanda. The reason is most of the girls, most of the students, those who are staying in the classroom, are not having this kind of name. They had American names like Thomas, Smith, or Ellen. There was a boy named Bounce, and people thought that he was funny, but he was not funny like Wanda. But though in their classroom they have a boy whose name was Bounce, but before that they considered the name Bounce is very funny. But when Wanda Petronsky reached their classroom, they now turned their target towards Wanda Petronsky and make fun of her because of her name. Peggy and Maddie questions and their behavior. After being teased by other girls, Wanda lied of having 100 dresses and 60 pairs of shoes in her closet. This lie became a game for others, and everybody in the class wanted her to describe her dresses for them every day. Peggy and Maddie derived pleasure in her discomfort. So every time they used to tease her and in front of other girls, and Wanda lied in front of the people that she's having 100 dresses and having 60 pair of shoes in her closet. Closet here means the wardrobe. She's having 60 dresses that are all lined up, she used to say. And this is a lie. According to Peggy, this is a lie, because in every time this Wanda used to wear only the faded blue color dress, and that was not ironed, but still it remains very neat and clean. But she used to wear the same dress every day, so for Peggy it remains like a lie. So Peggy started asking a question in front of every students, like a game. It remained like a game for everybody or others in the classmates. Also used to laugh with her, and they make fun of her and they mock at her by asking every time about how many dresses she's having, how many shoes having, how many pairs of shoes having, like that, or how many hats she's having. And this girl, Wanda, used to give the reply that she's having 100 dresses that are all lined up in her closet, and having 60 pairs of shoes that is also all lined up in her closet, etc. That answer makes Peggy behave different in front of the students. So this kind of game create a pleasure in their mind. So they started to ask this question daily. Here you can able to see the 60 pairs of shoes. Here is the picture of 60 pairs of shoes of the Wanda, which were lined up in her closet. And here you can able to see the new words that you come across in those pages. First word is hopscotch, means a game. Vanda used to watch this hopscotch game by the small girls, those who are playing in the recess time. And this time, Peggy used to ask a different type of question, like how many dresses you are having, how many pairs of shoes you are having, how many pairs of hats you are having, like that. And nudge means a gentle push. Before asking this question, Peggy used to nudge Maddie. So nudge means a gentle push. Courteous means civil or meek. Solidly means not showing any feeling. Obviously means clearly. Exaggerated politeness means false politeness. Means in front of us they will respect and they will speak nicely by laughing and joking. But when we move, they will make fun of us with others. That you call it as exaggerated politeness. Next we come across the Peggy's behavior. Peggy, the most popular girl of the school, was very pretty. She always teased Wanda, but she was not cruel. She never behaved cruelly with anyone, not even with animals. If somebody asked her, she's always said that Wanda was not an ordinary person, but wanted her to describe the 100 races. Here we come across Peggy is the popular girl in the school. Even she looks very pretty, and she used to tease Wanda. She used to taunt or mock Wanda. That means if we know that a behavior changes that Peggy, the behavior of Wanda changes the behavior of Peggy, because some other time if you watch her, she was not cruel. Even she used to behave very nicely to the animals. If somebody used to treat the animals in a very cruel manner, she will ask question for them. She will change them not to ill treat the animals. She is a good girl actually. But the reason why she is behaving in front of Wanda is that she feels that Wanda is telling lie. She's telling that she's having 100 dresses, but she used to wear only one dress, a blue faded one, every day. But it remains clean and neat, but still, it's the blue one, faded one, not ironed one she used to wear. And in front of everybody, she used to say, I'm having 100 dresses in the closet. I'm having 60 pairs of shoes in my closet, all are lined up. So these sentences, these type of words make her to behave like differently in front of Wanda. So here we have come across the new words like hitching. Hitching means catching. Bullies means those who frighten weaker people with power. And cruel means unkind. Next, Maddie's note for Peggy. Maddie is a poor girl, was very close friend of Peggy. She felt bad for Wanda as everybody teased her. She wore different dresses given by rich family. She feared that one day all the girls would be fed up of Wanda and she would become their next target. So Maddie is a poor girl. She is a close friend of Peggy, and she wants to stop the teasing of Peggy in front of Wanda. But she feels it's not good. If she wants to stop like that, then she's having the fear that she will become the next target in front of Peggy. So she's not able to stop the behavior of Peggy as a true friend. And one day, Maddie decided to write a note to Peggy asking her not to tease Wanda anymore. Later, she tore it up, thinking that she might be angry with her and would tease her. She thought about Wanda's discomfort. She thought about how Wanda had described her blue and green velvet dress with each little detail, and her thoughts got diverted to upcoming drawing contest. So one day in the classroom, she decided to write a note for Peggy. In that note, she used to start that stop Peggy, stop teasing Wanda like that. But later she tore it up. The reason is that if she write like this, if she handed over this note to Peggy, then she doesn't know how Peggy react for this letter, how it create angry in between their friendship. So she thought that it's not good, and maybe like Vanda is now discomfort, the same position may be followed by her, and she will become the next target in front of Peggy. And she thought about how Wanda had described her blue dress and green velvet dress, and her mind, the thought diverted into the upcoming drawing contest in the classroom. Here, hand me down clothes means old clothes given to others. Mocking means making fun of. Embarrassed means here ashamed of mentally, unfortunately. Teasing means troubling. Target here means person chosen to attack. Target or target is a pronunciation here. And here you can able to see the picture of the blue dress and the green dress with the red sash. The competition. Mary thought Peggy would win the girls' medal in the designing dresses competition. She drew better than anyone else in the room. The thought converted Maddie, and she thought Peggy will win the match of the drawing competition. Designing a dress is the competition topic. She knew that Peggy will do better than anyone else in the room. So she was sure Peggy will win the medal in the competition. And next day it was drizzling. Peggy and Maddie did not want to be late, so they did not wait for Wanda to tease her. There was a drawing competition for everyone in the class. Boys had to draw, design a motorboat, and girls a dress. Everybody thought of Peggy to win as she drew really well every time. Reality in well every time. Everybody drew beautifully in the class in bright colors. So next day it was raining. It's a light rain, and Peggy and Maddie did not wait in the Oliver Street for Wanda. They used to tease her in that street, so they are not waiting for her because it creates a late for their classroom, so they won't wait for Wanda for teasing her or mocking her or taunting her. So they move towards the classroom, and in the classroom the teacher conducted the drawing competition for everyone in the classroom. Boys had to draw a designing a motorboat. That is the topic of the boy is designing a motorboat, and for the girls designing a dress. So everybody thought in the classroom Peggy will win the match, win the competition, because she really draw very well. Every time she used to draw very beautifully. So they were sure, especially Maddie was sure Peggy would win the competition. And everybody drew beautifully in the classroom by using the bright colors. Here you can able to see the picture of a motorboat, the design of a motorboat, and a picture of a dress design. And drizzling here means light rain. Shuddered means shook. Disguise means conceal. Accord means wish. Blonde hair means golden hair. And scarcely means hardly. Miss Mason, the class teacher, announced the result of winners. The class has assembled and the class teacher, Miss Mason, announced the winners of the drawing contest. Jack Buggles was the winner among the boys. He had sketched an outboard motor. The drawing was displayed in room number 12. So next day they are getting the result. After the competition, the class are used to assemble in the classroom, and the class teacher, Miss Mason, announced the result, the winners of the drawing contest. And from the boys' side, Jack Buggles was selected as the winner, and he has sketched the outboard motorboat, and his drawing and other boys' drawings were displayed in the room number 12. And as for girls, Wanda Petronsky was the winner of the girls' medal. So from the girls' side, it is a turn for Wanda Petronsky to catch the first position. So this time Peggy not won the first position. Everybody, especially the judges, were immensely impressed by her drawings, and each of her drawing was capable of winning the contest individually. And the judges, those who selected the drawing, they were immensely impressed because of her drawings, the designs used in the drawings. And she's the only girl who used to draw the 100 drawings in the sheet, a wrapping sheet. And she got the winning medal of that contest as an individual contest, individual participants. She won the game. And on that day, Vanda was absent. So Miss Mason asked the children to look at Vanda's beautiful drawing, which was displayed in the room number 13. Miss Mason applauded her, but she was absent. She was not there to get the applause and the medal. So Miss Mason requested the other children to look Vanda's beautiful drawing, which was displayed in the room number 13. Here announced means declared, assembled means gathered together, ledge means outer part, sketches means drawings. Here you are able to see the picture of the teacher who is announcing the result. And here there is the blue and green dress and the motorboat and the paintings and imaginary paintings I have pasted here. Wanda's classmates and Peggy's and Maddie's reaction towards the drawings. Everybody in the class clapped for Wanda and Joy. The boys whistled with fingers in their mouth and stamped their feet too. They were not interested in dresses, still they admired the Wanda's drawing. They found that all the dresses she used to describe were there, the green velvet one, the blue one, and the red one also. Maddie whispered to Peggy to look at the blue dress and recalled her that Wanda's words. While she asked the question how many dresses she has, at the time she used to say, describe the different type of dresses, especially about the green velvet one and the blue one and the red one. So in the drawing, they're able to identify the blue and the red one and the green one in the display of the drawings. Peggy referred to green one and said that she had thought she could draw the same like Wanda. So here dazzling means bright and shining. Windowsill means window edge. Stamp means here put feet on the floor with force. Applause means praise. Here clap. Exquisite means very beautiful or marvelous. Whispered here means spoke in low voice, otherwise called murmured. Admiringly means with admiration. Lavish here means very grand. She used to design the dress lavishly. Now here a short summary of the whole lesson, 100 dresses part 1. It was Monday. Wanda was absent but nobody noticed. Wanda was a quiet girl, did not talk with others too much. She lived at Bogging Heights and belonged to a poor family, poor Polish family. She wore the same blue faded pale dress every day, but it remain neat and clean. Peggy and Maddie were good friends and they used to tease her, taunt her, mock at her, this girl Wanda, every day. Wanda had no friends and girls used to make fun of her. Wanda had no friends till she used to talk with everybody in the classroom, and she remains alone, so other girls in that classroom used to make fun of her. Wanda claimed of having 100 dresses and 60 pairs of shoes. But the reply given by Wanda is that she's having 100 dresses and having 60 pair of shoes. Maybe in her Poland, she may own 100 dresses and 60 pairs in her Poland home, but not in America because they have migrated from Poland to America. She may be a rich girl in the Poland in her own home, but not in the America because here they reach for their survival and to get some job to live their life peacefully and calmly. So maybe she may have 100 dresses or really or 60 pairs of shoes or hats really in her Poland home. Peggy was not really a cruel girl. She loved children and animals also. Peggy would say why Wanda had spoken of her 100 dresses. Because Peggy used to show this kind of attitude in front of Wanda because Peggy thought that Wanda is telling lie. She's telling lie that she's having 100 dresses, but she used to wear only one, the blue color faded pale dresses every day. So Peggy feel that Wanda is telling lie in front of every girl. So she used to invent this dress game and every day she used to ask this type of questions in front of Wanda. And Maddie, herself a poor girl, did not like to tease Wanda but remained mum for fear of being ridiculed in Wanda's place. So Maddie is also a poor girl. She doesn't like the way of behavior of Peggy towards Wanda, the way of teasing, mocking, and taunting Wanda, but she remained silent. Mum here means silent, and because the reason she was having the fear of being the next target of being making fun of her in the place of Wanda. She imagined her in the place of Wanda. So she's having the fear that she would become a next target if she questioned to stop this kind of attitude towards Wanda with Peggy. So there was a drawing competition for every boy and girl in the classroom. Everybody participate in the drawing competition. Everybody expected Peggy to win that. Even Maddie was sure that Peggy would win, but the result, what happened? Wanda won that contest of drawing competition. And there were 100 SketchUp dresses beautifully drawn by Wanda in the classroom, and that was displayed and the result was announced. Miss Mason announced the result, and from the boys' side, Jack Beggles received the prize for the motorboat designing, and from the girls' side, Wanda Petronsky got the medal from the girls' side. So this time, Peggy has not received the medal. Instead of Wanda Petronsky got the medal of designing a dress competition. So in this manner, the lesson continues in the 100 dresses too. Thank you all of you. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you.